Hello, visionary leaders and fearless entrepreneurs. I am Dr. Marcea Whitaker, and I am honored to be here at the Business Brilliance Summit, a gathering dedicated to kindling the innate potential within each of you. And today, I want to share a message that has transformed not only my life, but the lives of countless entrepreneurs who, like many of you, have faced the daunting challenges of business building. Now, my journey as a life and business coach, specializing in life coaching for business builders, has taught me that the secret to success lies not just in strategy and processes, but in the embodying a powerful metaphor, the lighthouse effect of business building. So I want you to imagine for a moment the steadfast lighthouse standing tall on a rugged coastline. Its light cuts through the darkest storms and the thickest fog, guiding weary ships safely to shore. That light, it represents the inner power each of us holds, the capacity to be a beacon of hope, of clarity, and of inspiration, even when the seas of business are rough. Today, I invite you to embrace that inner lighthouse, to show up, to shine like a unique brilliance, and to serve others with passion and purpose. And so, the first thing I want to talk about is the lighthouse metaphor, the guide through the storm. Now, lighthouses just aren't buildings with bright bulbs sitting up top, but they're symbols of resilience, of guidance, and of unwavering commitment. They are built to weather the fiercest storms, to stand firm against the crashing waves, and to illuminate the way for those who are in need. Similarly, as entrepreneurs, our journey is full of uncertainties. You know, those late nights, those setbacks, those unexpected turns, and the fierce competition. Yet, like that lighthouse, you have the power to stand tall, to be a point of reference, and a guide, a reliable guide that others need through their struggle. And so I want you to consider certain aspects of the lighthouse. Okay, so I talked a little bit about resilience, but resilience in times of adversity. Just as the lighthouse endures the turbulent weather without wavering, you too must remain steadfast when faced with those business challenges. And I want you just to think about the ones that come to mind. What challenges? Maybe it's the finances. What about it's the help? You know, what about it is the content? Whatever it is, you're able to stand and weather the storm through resilience. Okay. The next is a beacon of hope. The light from the lighthouse offers hope to lost sailors. And so if you think about those ships that are out in the ocean, even though they can't see the lighthouse, they can see the light. Okay. And so in business, your vision and your authenticity, that light is here to inspire your team, to inspire your customers, and even to inspire fellow entrepreneurs who are looking to you for support and encouragement. And then there's guidance through uncertainty. If you look at the lighthouse, it doesn't just exist for itself. It serves a higher purpose and it illuminates the path for those navigating those dark and murky waters. Your business, when it's built on authenticity and purpose, becomes a guiding light. And so, as we explore this metaphor today, I want you to remember you are not here merely just to build a business. You are here to create a legacy of inspiration and leadership. Your journey is a lighthouse in its own right. So, part of this paradigm of the lighthouse effect. The first is to start with the most fundamental pillar, and that is to show up. All right. So if you're taking notes, right, show up. How many times do we tap out? But I want to start by saying that showing up is more than just a physical presence, it's a declaration of commitment to your vision and to your values. In the world of business, we are all, as entrepreneurs, facing some unique challenges. But showing up means daring to take the first step despite the fear, despite the self-doubt, and despite any uncertainty. You've heard the saying, do it scared, right? You're still making progress, but this is very, very key. And so we have to make sure that we are practicing consistency over perfection, okay? It's better to be consistent than for it to be perfect. Every morning, the lighthouse doesn't wait for the perfect weather to decide whether or not it's going to shine today. It simply stands and it works through every storm. Right? I'm going to say that again. It simply stands and works through every storm. Similarly, commit to showing up every day, regardless of the obstacles that are before you. This consistency builds trust. It builds trust with yourself, it builds trust with your team, and it builds trust with your customers and or clients. The next step is talking about owning your journey. To show up is taking ownership of your story. Your unique experiences, your challenges, your triumphs are the very fuel that's going to drive your authenticity and your success. And so I want you to recognize that each step you take is part of your personal legend and your business's narrative. It's what matters. If you fail to take that step every day, what you're going to end up finding yourself, you're going to find yourself not reaching your destination. You're going to find yourself not getting to the thing that you said you wanted, not enjoying life the way you said you wanted to do. Okay. But then the next part is accountability and strategy. In my work with business builders, I emphasize the power of accountability, whether it's through a structured daily routine or whether it's a trusted mentor or even an accountability partner. Find a system that ensures you're consistently present and engaged in the journey. So I want you to ask yourself, what does it mean for me to show up today? What does that mean? What does that look like? And it might mean you making that tough phone call, okay? Or making a tough call in general. Maybe you're having to let someone go. Maybe you have to launch a new campaign. Maybe you have to use a different system that you've been using. Maybe you're trying to use a strategy, a system, but it takes a little bit more work to do. Okay? Maybe it means simply affirming your vision through reflection. When you commit to showing up fully, you are laying the foundation for the brilliance that will soon follow. All right. So the second step in the lighthouse effect is that you shine. All right. To shine is to let your inner light, whether that's your talents, your passions, your authentic self, to radiate out into the world. I remember living muted. I remember living closed in. But then once you allow that light out, your shine is your story. Your shine is that unique combination of experiences and the insight that sets you apart in this business world. And so I'm going to ask you to embrace your authenticity. The world doesn't need another cookie cutter business, okay? That you're going after something because you saw it worked for someone else. It needs your unique voice. And so embracing who you truly are with all of the strengths, all of the vulnerabilities, that is what makes your shine authentic. That's why you hear about some people who, can go from zero to $1 million overnight, okay? Because they have tapped into their unique skill, right? Their unique brilliance. You trying to replicate that is not going to get you those results. You have to look within and take what's authentic to you, and now you use that in your story to elevate, okay? The other thing as you're shining is that we have to cultivate confidence. Like the unwavering beam of light from the lighthouse, your confidence must be steady and resilient. Now, confidence isn't about being arrogant, but it's about trusting in your ability to navigate the challenges, to light up even in the darkest corners, even when no one else is going, even when you're not sure if it's going to be received. But this self-assurance inspires others to trust and follow you. Imagine that ship that has gone out to sea and is coming back. They are depending on the lighthouse to shine to get them back home. Okay. When they can trust that every night you're going to be shining, every dawn you're going to be there, that gives them power to now make sure they can get back to shore. Okay. The other part of shining is strategic storytelling. I talk about your story a lot because that is where the power is. That's the thing that decides what it is, what type of message that you're actually going to deliver. That's going to decide what impact you have, And so when you use it to build an authentic platform that resonates with your audience, that is where the transformation comes. And so whether you're on social media, whether you're doing blog posts, whether you're public speaking, let your narrative, let your story be the light that draws people in. The number of times I share a story and then someone says, "Oh my gosh, me too." That's a moment where we have connected. And now it sets the framework, the groundwork for what's going to happen next. When you share your journey with vulnerability and courage, that's when you'll start to find that your shine not only transforms your life, but it also transforms the lives of those who follow you. Okay, so powerful. And so the last part of shining is implementing the process that highlights your shine. In business, the strategy, the accountability, and the systematic processes can help you harness your brilliance. And so it's time to develop a clear plan that aligns with your vision and use that structure as a platform to amplify your shine. When your inner light is paired with a solid business strategy, success becomes inevitable, right? You're not guessing anymore, but now you have some solid business advice that's going to get you to your destination. Okay, so remember, every time you let your unique brilliance shine, you now provide a model of authenticity and resilience. Okay, I want you to imagine, think about someone who has a powerful story and they decide to share it. It's different from what anyone else has shared. They tap into their emotions. They now have you sitting on the edge of your seat. Okay, that is transformative. That's the thing that encourages others to embrace their inner power and to step into their own light. So the third pillar of the lighthouse effect is serving. Okay, that's when we uplift others and now we create a ripple effect. Imagine you throwing a pebble out into a lake and you see the ripple start. Okay, you did one single act, but now it starts to resonate throughout the region. Okay, and so the lighthouse effect exists not for its own glory, but to serve, as I mentioned. It serves as a guide to others when they are navigating treacherous waters, when their life is on the line, when where their struggle is about to overtake them. And so in business in particular, service is the ultimate expression of leadership. So when you commit to serving, you not only elevate your success, but now you become the catalyst for the success of others who are watching you and part of your sphere of influence. And so we have to focus in on several things with the service piece. One is that you have to purpose beyond profit. True business brilliance is not measured by just your bottom line. Yeah, it's important, but it doesn't stop there. It's about the positive impact you're having on your community. How does your work uplift others? And when you have the mission that's aligned with service, every success becomes a shared victory. Can you imagine? Everything you do becomes a victory. We also need to think about empowering others. Okay, as a leader, your service can take many forms, from mentoring those that are coming up in business, okay, to offering resources and then guidance. Our job is to empower those around us by sharing your expertise, by sharing your insights, by sharing your experiences. And by doing so, you create a ripple effect that extends far beyond your business. What does that mean? That means sometimes you go in for free. Okay, that shouldn't be your main business practice, but sometimes you do go in for free. Doesn't mean it's not going to be a benefit to you. It's just going to come a different way. Okay, so the next part is building community. Service in business is about creating connections and fostering a sense of community. We are to encourage a collaboration, celebrate the wins of others, and even be generous with our time and our knowledge. Again, go in for free, volunteer a time or two. But when we serve, we end up helping to build a network of support and inspiration that can weather any storm. When we're building community, we are building that lighthouse. Okay, maybe that lighthouse has gotten weak, and now we need to put in some bricks or some plaster or whatever lighthouses are made of. Okay, but when we do that, we are now strengthening our bonds, strengthening our connection, and strengthening the impact that you're going to have. Okay. Um, as we are serving, we're also looking to integrate service with strategy. Okay. It's not just enough to have a big heart. Okay. But you also need to have a plan, a strategic plan that makes the heart's work sustainable. And so I want you to incorporate accountability measures and robust processes that ensure that your service remains impactful and consistent. Okay, what do I mean by that? Maybe say that you have a service that you provide. Maybe you partner with your local business region, or maybe it's the governor's office where you can now serve, but you're also adding to a greater impact. So when we do this, this strategic approach enables you to serve effectively, but it also helps you turn every challenge into an opportunity that's going to uplift someone else and have a greater impact. Okay, so I want you to think about your business as a beacon, okay, a beacon of hope, if you will. But when you serve, you provide a safe harbor for those that are in need, a place where others can anchor, where they can refuel, and where they can find strength to continue their journey. Service transforms your business from a solitary endeavor and it moves it to a collective empowerment. Okay, and that is what we need that's going to exponentially increase the impact that we have. So you're asking, now what, Dr. Marcea? What we're going to do is we're going to bring it all together and we're going to be the lighthouse. Okay. And so the lighthouse effect of business building rests on the three pillars that I shared. First is show up, where we're going to commit to our vision and be present in every moment. Second is to shine. And that's when we're going to embrace our unique story and let your authenticity radiate and build a platform that reflects your true self. And then the third one is to serve. This is where we use our light to uplift others, to empower our community, and to create a legacy of positive impact. And so today I challenge you to look inward and to identify that spark that makes you unique. Whether you're at the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey or facing challenges that test your resolve, I want you to remember that you have the power to be a lighthouse. You can guide, inspire, and serve. And in doing so, you transform not just your own path, but the lives of those around you. And so I want to leave you with a few action steps that are going to ignite your lighthouse. The first one is to reflect and journal. I want you to take a few moments today to write down one way you can show up more consistently in your business, whether that's knowing how much you spend on certain items, whether that is making sure that you are covering all the areas of your mission. And then I want you to identify a small, actionable step that aligns with your long-term vision. Okay? The next action step is I want you to celebrate your shine. Make a list of your unique strengths and past successes. Now, I want you to think, how have these moments shaped your journey? And I want you to recognize them as a foundation of your authentic platform. And then the final action step is to plan to serve. Consider how your business can contribute to the broader community. What service can you offer that aligns with your passion and your expertise? And I want you to develop a plan to integrate this into your business strategy. If you could do that right away, great. But if you need to plan that out, put that on your list for the next go round. Each of these steps is a beacon lighting your path. By committing to them, you build not only a successful business, but a legacy that inspires others to follow in your footsteps. And so as I leave this session today, I want you to carry on this mantra. Be the lighthouse. Show up, shine, and serve. And so let this mantra remind you that the light you offer is a guiding force for others navigating their own journeys. In the midst of challenges and uncertainty, let your unwavering commitment and authentic brilliance be the beacon that others rely on. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this journey with you. I believe in your potential. I celebrate your resilience, and I'm excited to see how you will transform your business and your community and everything else in your life. Now step forward, be bold, let your light shine because the world needs your brilliance. I am Dr. Marcea, the CEO of Info Bloom Health and Life Coaching, which is the home of life coaching for business builders. Please follow me on all social media platforms at Dr. Marcea, that's DrMarcea. You can also check me out on my website at drmarcea.com. Okay? I look forward to seeing you and make sure that you shine. Take care.